It's over for the SNP. The SNP had a shocker of a general election last Thursday, didn't they? They were swept out of power in the Scottish Parliament last Thursday, and I don't think they're ever going to recover from this. What they are is they're a busted flush. They've been in power governed Scotland for 17 years. And what have they done in those 17 years? They've been obsessed with independence. That's all they've talked about, nothing else but independence. When Alex Salmond was leader of the SNP, then you had Nicola Cranky as leader, and then Useless Youssef, and now we've got John Swinney. They've all been useless, and they've all taken Scotland down with them. Yes, like I said, the SNP have got no money. And of course, we've got the Scottish elections coming up in 2 years' time, in 2026. And I suppose they'll be getting out the begging bowl, begging for money, for donations from people. Well, if I was lived in Scotland, I wouldn't give the SNP any money, or donations for that matter. They'll be asking for donations. And of course, you've got Labour in Scotland now as the biggest party. Let's hope that in 2 years' time they become the government of Scotland, and we see the back of the SNP, because like I said, they've been useless. They've done nothing for Scotland. I think they've almost bankrupt Scotland. Every time they want money, who do they ask? Westminster. They always take the begging bowl to Westminster, begging for more money. And it's always the taxpayer who has to give them money. I don't know why. We should just let Scotland go on its own, but it's all the fault of the SNP. This is why it's happened like it did last Thursday, when they took an hammering in the election. And of course they haven't got many SNP MPs in Westminster. They're just a little small gaggle stuck up in a corner, seen but not heard. They belong in where they haven't got a voice now in Westminster like they used to. They were just a rabble causing trouble all the while. When they first got in, they had a lot of MPs. They thought it was a playground. They treated it as a school playground. They thought they could do what they like when they was in Westminster. Well, they couldn't do what they like, but now they haven't got many MPs, which is the best thing can happen. Who wants to keep hearing they're from the SNP all the while? I mean, we've had some right clowns in the SNP in Westminster. Take Beckford, for instance. Humpty Dumpty, when he used to get angry, he used to go red in the face. I mean, you've seen him in Westminster when he's been asking questions. He's gone red in the face. I thought one time he was going to keel over. I thought, Ian, you better be careful of your blood pressure, because he used to go red in the face, red as a beetroot. And of course we got now another one. I've never heard of him, whoever he is. Old Baldy, Uncle Fester. I mean, this is the own SNP's own making, really. This is what's happened to them. They deserve to have a good kicking at last Thursday's election. They deserved everything they get, all the trouble they've caused. And also they've set up these pretend embassies in different countries. I don't know why. They're not independent, so when James Cleverly was foreign secretary, he told them to stop pretending to have pretend embassies. So, but this is their own fault. This is the downfall of the SNP, and I think Scotland have done the wise thing and not voted for them at last week's election. They've, I think we've finally seen the end of the SNP and its downfall, which was caused by Nicola Sturgeon. He caused all this. Every time, eventually, we all know what happens to political parties. They all eventually become corrupt. They all obsessed with money and what have you, thinking they can get away with things. The people will not find out about what they're doing, but they get found out in the end. Well, that's the end of this video. Mr. Politics here signing off, and I'll see you all again in another one.